When I was a little boy, my mother used to place one black iron pot in the center of our tiny wooden table. No fancy plates, no expensive meat, no colorful advertisements promising superfoods, just steam rising slowly from that pot while 6 hungry people waited quietly with spoons in their hands, and somehow, those simple meals kept us alive through winters, sickness, heartbreak, and old age. Now I'm 101 years old. I still wake up before sunrise. I still walk without a cane most mornings. My memory still surprises my grandchildren. And the truth is, the foods that carried me this far are not modern health trends. They are the forgotten poor man's one-pot meals. People abandoned the moment convenience foods arrived. Today, many seniors living alone are silently struggling. They open the refrigerator and find processed meals, sugary snacks, canned soups loaded with salt, or frozen dinners that leave them tired instead of nourished. Some skip meals entirely because cooking for one feels exhausting. Others lose interest in food after losing a spouse or partner. And slowly, without realizing it, their bodies become weaker, their digestion slows, their muscles shrink, and their energy disappears. But here's what most people never hear from television commercials or expensive wellness programs. Aging bodies do not always need more complicated foods. Very often, they need simpler foods prepared the old-fashioned way. Warm foods, soft foods, mineral-rich foods, meals that calm inflammation instead of feeding it, meals that comfort the stomach, support the heart, and keep blood sugar steady without putting stress on the body. And that's exactly what these forgotten one-pot meals did for generations. They were created by poor families who couldn't afford waste. Every ingredient had a purpose: beans for strength, broth for healing, root vegetables for endurance, slow cooking for digestion. Nothing fancy, but deeply nourishing. In this video, I'm going to share the 5 forgotten one-pot meals I still eat regularly at 101 years old. These meals helped poor families survive difficult times, but modern science is now quietly confirming something incredible. Many of these old recipes naturally support gut health, muscle preservation, blood pressure, and even brain function in older adults. And please stay with me until the end, because the 5th meal is the one doctors laughed at when my uncle ate it every day into his late 90s. Years later, researchers discovered why that simple pot may have protected his heart better than many modern diets. The first meal is something my mother called survival stew. It was made from lentils, onions, carrots, garlic, and whatever greens were growing outside. Sometimes cabbage, sometimes spinach, sometimes beet leaves. Everything went into one pot with water and a small bone for flavor. That was it. Today, people spend hundreds of dollars on supplements trying to fix digestion and inflammation. But lentils contain fiber that feeds healthy gut bacteria naturally. Garlic supports circulation. Cooked onions provide compounds that may help the immune system. And when these ingredients simmer slowly together, they become soft and easy for older stomachs to digest. I still remember my father eating this stew after 12-hour workdays. He would sit quietly, close his eyes after the first spoonful, and say, "This food puts strength back into tired bones." At the time, I thought he was only speaking emotionally. But now we understand that warm mineral-rich meals can help older adults absorb nutrients more effectively than cold processed foods. And here's something important many seniors don't realize. Loneliness changes eating habits. Studies have shown that people living alone often eat less protein, less fiber, and fewer vegetables. They snack more and cook less. That's why one-pot meals matter so much. They reduce effort. One pot, one spoon, less cleanup, less stress, but still deeply nourishing. The second forgotten meal may surprise you because many people today wrongly believe it is poor people food. It's cabbage and potato soup, simple, cheap, humble. Yet this soup kept entire villages alive for generations. My grandmother cooked it slowly with potatoes, cabbage, celery, carrots, and a little olive oil when she could afford it. During harder years, she used only water, salt, and cabbage. Yet somehow, the older people in our village stayed remarkably strong. Their skin aged slowly. Their digestion stayed regular. Many remained active into their 80s and 90s. Modern science now knows cabbage contains powerful plant compounds that support the body's natural detox systems. Potatoes, when boiled instead of fried, provide potassium that helps balance blood pressure. And warm broth increases hydration, something many older adults struggle with because thirst signals weaken with age. But there's another hidden benefit no one talks about enough. These meals create emotional safety. Warm soup slows people down. It calms the nervous system. It encourages slower eating, better digestion, and less stress on the body. That matters more than most people realize after 60. And wait until you hear the next forgotten meal, because many doctors once considered it too plain to matter. Yet it may be one of the most protective foods for aging muscles and joints. When I was in my 70s, I noticed something strange happening to many of my old friends. The ones eating the most expensive diets were not always the healthiest. Some bought powdered supplements, frozen diet meals, and sugary protein drinks advertised on television. Yet they complained constantly about fatigue, constipation, aching joints, poor sleep, and weakness in their legs. Meanwhile, a few of the oldest people I knew were quietly eating the same simple foods they grew up with. They cooked slowly. They wasted nothing. Their meals looked plain to outsiders, but their bodies seemed calmer and steadier. That was the moment I stopped chasing modern food trends and returned to the meals that carried my family through difficult decades. The third forgotten one-pot meal is old-fashioned bean porridge. Not the sweet kind sold in packages today. I'm talking about a thick, savory pot made from white beans, oats or barley, onions, garlic, and sometimes a cracked egg stirred in near the end. It sounds simple because it is simple. But this meal may be one of the best-kept secrets for seniors living alone. Beans contain plant protein and fiber that help older adults stay full longer while supporting muscle health. Barley and oats release energy slowly, which helps avoid sudden blood sugar spikes and crashes. And when cooked until soft, these foods become easier for aging teeth and stomachs to handle. My uncle ate bean porridge nearly every evening after losing his wife. He told me it was the only meal that made him feel steady inside. Back then, I thought he meant emotionally, but later, I realized the combination of fiber, minerals, and slow-digesting carbohydrates likely helped stabilize his energy and mood throughout the night. One thing many seniors don't hear often enough is that undereating can become dangerous with age. Appetite naturally declines after 60. Smell and taste weaken. Some medications reduce hunger even more. As a result, many older adults accidentally lose muscle mass year after year without noticing. Then one fall, one illness, or one infection suddenly changes everything. That's why these old one-pot meals mattered so much. They delivered calories, hydration, minerals, and protein in one warm bowl that felt comforting instead of overwhelming. And because they were inexpensive, people could eat them consistently without stress or guilt. Now, here comes one of the biggest myths modern culture created. The idea that healthy food must always be fresh, exotic, expensive, or complicated. That simply isn't true. Some of the healthiest elderly people I've ever met survived on foods modern influencers would probably ignore completely. The fourth forgotten meal proves that perfectly. It's chicken rice broth, sometimes called poor man's congee. In difficult years, families stretched a tiny piece of chicken across many meals by simmering bones, rice, garlic, ginger, and vegetables together for hours. The final pot looked humble, but it carried extraordinary healing power. At 101, I still eat this meal when I feel tired, stressed, or run down. Why? Because soft rice cooked in broth is gentle on digestion. Ginger may help reduce nausea and inflammation. Garlic supports circulation. And slow-cooked broth provides minerals and hydration that aging bodies desperately need. Doctors today often focus on nutrients separately: protein, sodium, potassium, fiber. But older generations understood something modern life forgot. Healing also depends on how food feels inside the body. Warmth matters, comfort matters, digestion matters. A nervous system constantly stressed by processed foods, overeating, and loneliness struggles to repair itself properly, and loneliness itself can become physically dangerous. Many seniors living alone stop cooking because it feels emotionally painful preparing meals for one person. So they snack instead of nourish themselves. Crackers become dinner. Cookies replace real meals. Coffee replaces hydration. Over time, energy disappears little by little. That's why I encourage older adults to think differently about cooking. You are not just feeding yourself. You are caring for the body that carried you through an entire lifetime. Every warm pot of nourishing food is an act of respect toward your future health. I once met a widower in his 80s who survived almost entirely on canned meals and packaged snacks after his wife passed away. His strength declined quickly. Then his daughter began preparing simple one-pot soups twice a week: lentils, beans, rice, broth, vegetables. Within months, his energy improved so much he returned to gardening again. not because the meals were magical, but because his body was finally receiving real nourishment consistently. And the next forgotten one-pot meal may be the most shocking of all, because for decades people considered it peasant food, yet modern research now suggests it may support heart health, digestion, and longevity better than many trendy diets advertised today. The fifth forgotten meal takes me back to a freezing winter when I was barely 10 years old. Snow covered the roads, money was almost gone, and food had to last as long as possible. My mother filled one large pot with barley, beans, carrots, onions, cabbage, and a small piece of smoked fish. That pot sat on the stove all day, slowly thickening as the smell filled the house. At the time, I was embarrassed by that meal. Rich families in town ate roasted meats and sweet desserts while we ate what people called poor man's stew. But now, more than 90 years later, I understand something important. Many traditional poor families accidentally followed eating patterns modern science now connects with longevity. Barley is rich in soluble fiber that helps support healthy cholesterol levels. Beans provide steady energy and protein. Cabbage and onions contain protective plant compounds, and small amounts of fish add minerals and healthy fats without overwhelming the body. Most importantly, these foods were eaten slowly, in moderate portions, without constant snacking all day long. My uncle lived on this stew during his retirement years. Doctors constantly warned him that he needed expensive supplements and special meal plans. He would simply smile and say, "This pot carried me through war, hard labor, and grief. Why would I abandon it now?" He lived to 98 with a strong heart and sharp memory. But let me tell you something even more important than the food itself. The real secret was consistency. Older generations didn't constantly jump from one trendy diet to another. They ate simple, nourishing meals repeatedly. Their digestion adapted. Their bodies stayed stable. Their eating habits remained calm instead of chaotic. Today, many seniors unknowingly overload their bodies with ultra-processed foods designed to be addictive. These foods often contain excessive sugar, sodium, unhealthy fats, and chemicals that leave people feeling hungry even after eating. Then fatigue increases, sleep worsens, inflammation rises, and people wonder why they feel older than they should. Simple one-pot meals work differently. They hydrate the body naturally. They slow eating speed. They support digestion. They reduce stress around cooking. And for seniors living alone, they remove one of the biggest barriers to healthy eating: exhaustion. You don't need to stand in the kitchen for hours preparing complicated recipes every day. One pot can feed you for several meals. One pot can provide comfort during lonely evenings. One pot can help stabilize your energy when your body feels weak or overwhelmed. And here's something I truly want every older viewer to hear carefully. Aging does not mean your best years of health are automatically behind you. The body continues responding to nourishment even in later decades. I have seen people in their 70s regain strength simply by eating more real food and fewer processed snacks. I have seen older adults improve digestion, energy, and even mood after returning to traditional home cooking. No meal can promise immortality. No food can erase every illness, but daily habits matter more than dramatic health fads. Small, consistent choices shape the quality of our later years more than people realize. If you live alone, please don't underestimate the importance of warm, nourishing food. Cooking for yourself is not selfish. It is survival. It is self-respect. It is a quiet promise that your life still matters deeply, no matter your age. Tonight, maybe instead of opening another frozen package or skipping dinner completely, you try something simpler: a pot of lentils, a cabbage soup, bean porridge, rice broth, barley stew, humble meals that sustained generations before us. Meals created not by marketing companies, but by human necessity, wisdom, and love. At 101 years old, I can honestly say the foods that helped me most were never glamorous. They were simple meals shared around small tables with tired people who cared for one another. And perhaps that is the greatest lesson of all. Healing is not only about nutrients. Sometimes healing begins with warmth, routine, simplicity, and the feeling that you are still worth caring for. If this story touched your heart, take a moment to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And in the comments, tell me which old-fashioned meal your family used to make when times were hard. Your story may comfort someone else who feels alone tonight.